And then after I give him his name, there are two speeches that you're going to really would like you to pay attention to. So that'll be a surprise. But first, let me give him his name and his certificate with his name, and then you'll hear from his father and grandfather. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu kayem hayel hazeh la'avivu limo v'yikarei shmo b'Yisrael Binyamin ben Michael v'Aviva Yismach ha b'yotzei l'tzav v'tagel limo b'fri v'itna Zer katan gedol hieh Kashem sheniknas labrit Kain yikanes l'Torah l'chuppah l'masim tovim. Amen. Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, sustain this child through his parents' loving care. In the presence of loved ones, we give him the name Benjamin Max, son of Jody and Michael, to be known in the Jewish community as Binyamin and Michael Aviva. May his name be a source of joy. And later the grandparents, consignors, and great-grandma as well. Now, folks, it's okay to talk while I'm doing it. Please, those of you in the hallway, please come in. Everybody, please give your attention to Michael now.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We love you all. And we're especially grateful also that Ben's great-grandma Rose could come. And Ben is named after her husband, who died recently. And we want to remember him. And he looks a little like him either.
It looks a lot like him.
We're grateful for that. And we even have his talis from his bar mitzvah and his whole life that he used. And now it's Ben. Ben's middle name is Max. It's named after my grandfather on my mom's side. And we also want to remember Jody's other grandmother, Fran, who died recently, last week. And we want to think about her for a minute. Maybe we can have a moment of silence for her. And that's it.
I'm Michael's father, and I talked to our cousin Gadi a couple evenings ago about Benjamin, and Benjamin has a very special name, is a very special name. And you know, when you have Seder, you sing about the four mothers and the fathers and the two covenants. Well, Benjamin is talked about in the book of Genesis in the 35th chapter. And it tells a story that his mother Rachel had a difficult pregnancy. And when the baby was born, she called him by a name that was Ben Oni, and which really is not a very complimentary name for a young child. And when she took the baby and gave it to her husband, who was Yaakov, Yaakov had 4 wives, and Rachel was his very favorite wife. He took the baby, and he called the baby Benjamin. And in Hebrew, Benjamin means the son that will believe. And of course, believe in God is what Jacob's intentions were. You know, Benjamin was one of 12 kids. These were the beginning of the 12 tribes in the Jewish religion. Many years later, Moses gave certain blessings to various children of the tribes, and he, in the book of Deuteronomy, mentioned that, I'll read it in English, and of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord, he shall dwell in safety by him. He will shield him all the day long, and between his shoulders will he dwell. It was a very special blessing, as Benjamin in fact did become a believer in God, and Moses recognized this and said these words to him. So we wish Benjamin and his parents only good things. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Very well said by both of you. And as this child grows up and does the most important thing, and that is make a name for himself, that will be the best way he will have to honor his great-grandfather for whom he's named, and for all the relatives in his family. And as he grows up, those of you who knew the people for whom he's named can certainly tell him stories about his namesake, so he really feels connected to this family. Now, it's tradition on the bottom of page 4 that we all say together in Hebrew, Kashem, everybody, Kashem, Shemnas, Labrit, Kain, Kanes, Torah, Masim Tovim, which means, as he's entered into the covenant, so may enter the study of Torah, Upar, marriage or family relationships, and Masim Tovim, the practice of good deeds. And I would ask everybody to read on the top of page 5, filling in his name in English. Everybody except for his parents, except for Jody and Michael, all the rest of us read, may this family grow together in health and strength, in harmony, wisdom, and love, their home filled with words of Torah and acts of kindness. May we all share in the joy of seeing Benjamin grow into a blessing to his family, his people, and all men. The next 4 paragraphs are read by Jack, David, Joel, and Michael.
Benjamin, as your eyes are filled with wonder when you gaze at the world, may you be filled with wonder at the everyday miracles of life.
David?
Page 5, second paragraph.
Where's someone else going? I
Okay.
gotta catch up.
Right.
As you startle to the world around you, so may you remain ever open both to the happiness and to the pain of those you encounter in the world.
Joel? Joel not here? Okay, then.
Mike. Oh, Mike.
You start looking world around you.
No.
Come on.
No, right.
How about David?
What you doing?
As you cry for food and comfort now, so may you one day cry out to the correct and injustices of the world, to help clothe the naked and feed the hungry.
Michael Leslie?
As your hand tightly grasps your parents' fingers, so may you grasp hold of learning and grow in knowledge and wisdom.
Carol and Jerry?
Wine symbolizes joy, blessing, and happiness. The sweetness of its taste is the sweet joy that this child has brought. The red of the wine is the red of the lifeblood running through all our veins, bringing life and growth.
Hey, Frank and Marilyn?
Once before at your wedding, you drank together from this cup of wine in celebration of your joy.
We ask you to drink again, for you now celebrate an even greater joy, the nurturing of your child, our grandchild.
Now I would ask Michael and Jody, together with your parents and Grandma, all of you say the Kiddush together. You guys take a sip as you did at your wedding and then pass it to your parents. While you're all taking a sip, I'm going to continue with the Misha Berach, the prayer for health and life. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov V'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Leah V'Rachel Hu Yaverach El HaYelech HaRachan Himo V'Ropei Oto V'Refuah Shlema V'Yizkor HaChov L'Gadlo L'Chamcho L'Chachmo V'Yadav V'Libo L'El Emunah V'Nomar Amen.
Amen.
May the Lord bless our ancestors, bless this child who has just been circumcised, and bring him speedily to full healing. May his parents have the privilege of raising their son, educating him, and encouraging him to attain wisdom. Grant him health of mind and strength of body, that he may enjoy fullness of years and live to do your will in faithfulness. Then shall he bring blessing to his parents, his people, and all the world. And let us say,
Amen.
When we continue, can you stand up next to Michael? Okay, if we open this talus up and wrap it around, both of you, and your baby.
That's his namesake's talus.
Right. So now we've wrapped you with this talus, and we all think of the talus as a prayer shawl, but it's also known as a robe of responsibility. We give it to a child with bar mitzvah age. It symbolizes they have the responsibility of being able to lead the congregation. Now you have the responsibility of leading this child and his sister to know who they